All right, so do you consider yourself to be a negotiator? Well, if you said no, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but you definitely are one. Everybody is a negotiator because negotiations are a part of everyday life. So today, I'm going to be making you more aware of a tactic that might be used against you during negotiations. So today we're going to be talking about commitment tactics. And my name is Erin Wyrick, and I am a business student at Penn State University. So let's go ahead and get started. According to the 10 hard bargaining tactics to watch for in negotiations from Harvard's program of negotiation, a commitment tactic came in number 2 on the list, and it is described as your opponent may say that his hands are tied or that he only has limited discretion to negotiate with you. Do what you can to find out if these commitment tactics are genuine. You may find that you need to negotiate with somebody who has greater authority to do business with you. So, some concept theories about commitment tactics is when you're under the pressure of making a decision, the other person will event a higher authority to create a delay. So, claiming that you don't have the authority to make the decisions also makes you not the bad guy if the other party does not get the answer they're looking for. You do want to try to find out if the other party is being genuine or they're just using this as a tactic. So typical signs of the tactic are if somebody is saying, my hands are tied, or they would love to help you out, but they have to ask their supervisor. And if both parties are using this tactic, it usually leads to a no deal because it's just a lot of back and forth. And this technique is usually very frustrating for the other party because you have to kind of like negotiate with a middleman. So you're negotiating with somebody who has to go then relay your message and come back to you with the answer. And it may actually come down to the fact that that person does not have the authority to negotiate with you, and you really do need to talk to somebody with more authority. So effective counters. So if you expect somebody is playing the commitment tactic with you, make sure you get your opponent to admit that they can authorize a decision right up front. So if you start negotiating for anything in life, just make sure you straight out ask, do you have the authority to make the decision? So by doing that, right at the beginning, you are going to eliminate their right to tell you that they want to think it over. Because if they have the authority to make a decision and they just told you that they are willing to make a decision, then they can't say they want to think it over because that would be like counteracting themselves. So, and if you are unable to complete a deal, you want to inform the other party right up front. Make sure the other person is aware that another person must be consulted before a decision can be made. Just saves a lot of unexpected activities later down the road. A real world example of this would be if a customer is car shopping at one of their local dealerships. The car salesman says that the below listed offer they gave to them was denied by the sales manager at the dealership. The customer asked if there is anything the salesman can do to have the offer reconsidered. The salesman apologizes but says nothing can be done once the sales manager has denied an offer. So the negotiation continues, the back and forth. So you throw another number out, and then the dealer, like the salesman at the dealership, goes back to the manager, and it's just a lot of back and forth until you finally come to an agreement on a number that usually is benefiting the car dealership. So this is just a look of some of the references that I used for finding the information in this PowerPoint. I just wanted to thank everyone for listening, and I hope you took away some valuable information that you can use during your next negotiation.